Hey everybody, welcome to Things Are Getting Sketchy, Hand Turkey Edition. So this is going to be a first and hopefully not tragic evening of this. Not exactly sure how it's going to go, but excited to do this one. And we've got tonight on deck, we've got with us, we have returning to the live stream, we have Kelly Williams and
Hi.
Casey Wilson. And new to the podcast, but not new to this side of the podcast, Danny Harrell. Danny, you gonna say hi?
Nah.
Okay, good. Hey, we may have lost his audio again. And we have Bob Tkacik, who will be here in just a moment. He is waiting for his food. He's just running a little late, so he'll jump on in just a second.
Yeah, my feed was kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, I think it was because I had the.
Go on.
Oh, I think it was because I had the Facebook video pulled up on my iPad as well. I think that was doing something because my feed was breaking up until I cut that off.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, probably
I
stressing.
was just gonna look. I was gonna keep that to look at the. Going to use it to look at the comments, but who cares what they're saying anyway?
That's right. The rest of us, So everybody have a good Thanksgiving. Since everybody, actually, this is the first show that is pure U.S. No, sorry, second. I forgot. We did have one that had no Canadian artists or out of country artists. So this is our second only. It was fitting since it's Thanksgiving related. So yeah. So did everybody have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
It was Thursday.
I don't understand that sentence you just said. Too much pie does not make sense.
Oh.
Hey, Randy, since you're jumping in a little late, Bob is running a little late. He's waiting for his dinner. So he will be joining us momentarily. Yeah, Rob, real Thanksgiving is. Oh, no, I think he was just making a reference to our Thanksgiving over Canadian Thanksgiving. Because it's a running joke in the live stream. Because, Canada always seems to have to do their holidays a month before ours. Yes, you should. Is Sibo a big zombie fan? Hmm. All right. Tara gave you a keyword that you might want to use for the next one. So, but cyborg. Yeah. So, well, I was say DC Cyborg, Robot Chicken, or Jean-Claude Van Damme. Because you have. Oh my god! Well, Casey, it's a shame you have to leave us so early, but it was nice having you here. How can you not? Oh man. You mean awesome? Oh wait, say something again. Yeah. Oh, weird. Hang on a second. Yep. For some reason. Oh, it looks like all the audio on all three of you just except for Danny. Hold on 1 second. All right.
Yeah, and I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, exactly. All right. 1 second.
So are you guys actually drawing turkeys? Or you're just using a handprint to draw something you can fit in the hand?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Ah. Well, I'm starting off with Old Turkey Bastard.
You can't have a craft created by a child that doesn't have some macaroni in it.
I'll take your word for it.
That and glitter.
All right, Casey, you should be coming through now. Kelly, let me take care of yours.
All right,
As
testing 1, 2, 3.
I am seeing you meter now. So
Hooray!
huzzah.
I said so many funny things while I was mute. It's so sad. It's such a loss to the world, frankly.
It is because I mean we were in tears. It was just the perfect story. I've never heard such a great story before. I'll never hear it again.
Yeah. Glitter is the herpes of crafts and makeup. Yes, yes, it is. Welcome home, darling. My husband just walked through the door. He came straight into this, as though this chaos could ever be explained to another human.
All right, Kelly, you should be good now too. That's weird.
Okay.
Not sure why I dropped you guys. But thanks for the heads up there, Randy. And Eric's still blaming Mike. Because Carl's not here. Anyway, so we were doing just conversations on Thanksgiving itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did you have family over or go to somebody else's house to make them do the work? Or
In our family, we go to grandma's house and we divvy up who does what. And the older my kids get, the more work they do.
fair.
What does a finger bone look like?
Say off
Let's
to
go
them
to Google
internets.
together, guys.
Yeah.
Come with me to the watch list. Let's all say hi to my FBI man.
So Danny, what are you drawing here?
I'm drawing an Old Turkey Bastard.
Oh, you did say that. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, one with
To be
ODB
fair,
as a hand turkey.
he might have said it while we were muted, so it's probably a good thing
Yeah.
to repeat that.
Yeah. I mean, I would have heard it, but yes. Yeah. For everybody else, you're right.
Yes, but do you count? Do you?
It depends on who you ask.
Mm.
Oh, no?
Yeah. For the most part, no, you're right.
Okay, where did they get? They got bit right here. Let's see. They get bit by me. Let's bite a piece of paper and figure out what my bite print looks like. Zoom in close, kids, so that you can try to impersonate me at a crime scene, incriminate me. Okay. Ooh, my front teeth are crooked. That's no good. There will be a game later tonight, sweetheart, but the arting stuff happens before the gaming stuff.
I will be right back. I gotta help Bob get in.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Heaven forbid that we, not.
I don't think there
Okay,
are any
so-
other ones.
All right. So, how about this? Why do elephants paint their toenails red? So they can hide in cherry trees,
Do-
obviously. Well, I mean,
I-
have you ever seen an elephant in a cherry tree?
I've never seen an elephant with red toenails.
Fair point, but you haven't seen one in a cherry tree either, so clearly it works.
Fair
How did
enough.
Tarzan die? Picking cherries.
Ah, the old 1-2 punch.
See, exactly. Bad jokes. Not good.
Well, I thought you were talking about bad as in like offensive, dark, inappropriate to say around other human jokes.
And I like that you
yes.
encouraged that to happen. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, by all means, you can be the one who goes to hell. Please. I mean, I'm going to need some company eventually there, so. Come on, you're going to throw smoke. You got to bring the. And is that a thing the kids say? I don't know. My husband says probably not, and I am not cool. So.
Yeah, I mean,
He
they
didn't
may
say I
have
was not
said that
cool.
10 years ago,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure the kids are saying that now. But
Yeah, no, my
I'm not
husband
to
said-
judge. Yeah.
Yeah, my husband said nobody says that, and then my brain filled in dark blanks because we all have demons. Yeah. My street's behind. Oh no.
Streets behind. Wow, well played. Well played.
Yeah.
So, what TV shows, movies, anything like that is Stefan gonna shit on tonight?
Funny you should ask. Have you guys been watching Titans?
Oh
No.
no, God. Why would anyone watch Titans?
Because at some point there's got to be something to talk about. But apparently I pick all the wrong shows.
Doom Patrol's coming back soon, and Doom Patrol.
Goddamn right it
actually
is.
fun. Yeah,
I've been
that's-
binging Doom Patrol over the past couple of days. I'm partway through season 2 now. I've been spending all of my children aren't walking into the room time doing that.
Yeah, have you got to the werebutts?
Yeah, and the wait with their whereabouts? I've seen the swarm of
Spoilers.
butts, but I didn't know that people could turn into them.
Well, yeah, it's a spoiler for season 3.
Cool. I am here for it. I am excited to know more about the whereabouts.
So no one's watched Titans. I'm like the only person out there watching this show. Damn it. That explains
Sounds
it.
like it.
The only thing I know about Titans is the sketch that this guy in ProZD that on YouTube ProZD did. Here, I'll share it in the comments. Why am I doing here? I'll do this and draw at the same time. I can multitask. And then one that's like way too tight because it's always alarming to see somebody tie string around their finger. But they're dead anyway, so who cares?
Did you guys watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas or holiday extravaganza?
Not yet. Not me.
Saving
I was
that one
actually
for
thinking about
tomorrow.
tonight, maybe.
Yeah, I have not watched it, and I doubt I will. Can't really say I'm into that one.
I
don't
don't
like
feel like
Guardians of
it
the
was
Galaxy?
necessary. But, you
Well,
know.
Well, I mean, it's okay, but like tack holiday special onto it, yeah, you're not driving home anything that like is a must see.
But
I
you
mean, though,
are
you have
Kevin
to ask
Bacon.
how
This is
much of any of these are technically necessary, though.
oh
Like,
Oh, none of them. Not a single one.
yeah, I feel like we open ourselves up to criticism when we say, "Oh, this is an unnecessary, ridiculous nerd thing that we're all watching together."
well, you're watching.
You're watching.
Yeah, just not
Very critical of all of this stuff, even though I like some of it.
Okay, that's fair.
bringing Bob in here. Although I do
You
not
come
see.
through a portal
There
or
it is.
something?
Yeah, I think there's a.
That's definitely what that sound was. You can't convince me otherwise.
Well, you're giving away all the secrets of the show. All right, everybody, we got Bob in here now.
Hooray! Welcome, Bob.
Hi, everybody.
Randy was getting very concerned. He was about to send out a wellness check to make sure everything was okay. I told him it's all good. Just had to get his
That's
food.
right. I got the text.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, what convention are you at,
I
Bob?
think
Are
we're
you at
good.
a convention?
Yeah, I'm at Northeast Comic Con right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's been a fun show. I love this hotel. It's real weird.
You can't
So,
lead with that and not give details.
yeah, what region is that in?
Oh,
And
yeah,
also,
sorry.
when you say weird,
Okay, so the Boxborough, Massachusetts. I think it's a Regency that we're at. The layout is sort of like inside out.
okay.
So there's like a big courtyard full of plants and a pool and stuff in the very center of the hotel, and it's sort of a horseshoe of rooms all around this courtyard.
Okay.
It's like
And,
there's one like that in Chicago. Can't
Nice.
remember what it is now, but I stayed at it. I know exactly what you're talking.
Yeah, it's just something about it. It's like oddly fascinating to me. But every time Gary's got a show down here, I'm happy to come down because it's so much fun.
Good to know. Paper towels. I need paper towels. There we go.
Oh, Kelly, you doing a Cthulhu turkey there? What's that? Looks awesome.
I don't
kaiju?
know.
Okay, it looks awesome.
It's just
Whatever it's getting at. Yeah,
it's this thing.
perfect.
What more could we ask for?
From me, not much else.
It's like I should do more decorations, but no, you know what? We need is open space in the middle to show some real nasty diseased flesh. That's what we need. Did I what now? Oh, no, but I will momentarily. Do you need it for tonight? Then go ahead and bring it up and I'll just pull everything off of it now. We need a conspiracy corkboard for our Call of Cthulhu game. That's how things are going.
It's always a good sign. Yeah.
haven't checked the chat. What's going on in there? Anyone talking about dicks or anything?
So I was trying
Interesting.
to get caught up on.
The weenie conversation has been extremely limited.
Well, it's because Danny's
Guess
in the
because-
show
Yeah,
instead of in the
it's in the
chat.
When Stefan asked me about this, I told him I was just going to draw a hand that was just 5 wieners.
I saw that
would be the
movie.
piece.
Nice.
No, it wasn't 5. It was, never mind. I'm telling on myself.
And it wasn't a movie. Never mind.
I
never
cannot
mind.
be the only one who has seen this parody.
Of
Is it
Edward
a
Penis?
porn parody?
He knows.
Is
He
it-
knows. Ask him.
Oh, penis heads? I've seen that. Yeah.
See? See, I'm not weird. I'm cultured.
I actually forgot all about it. But yes, yes, indeed.
Yeah, he forgot all about it, but
He had a cameo in it.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with that one.
Oh, well, that's a
probably for
shame.
the best.
Well, I would say, I just now have a research project for the weekend. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah, just hit Google with that.
Yeah.
Sitting here picturing you with like a clipboard, notes, a stopwatch, various check boxes.
It's almost like you have a camera in my house. That is eerily accurate.
Almost like I have a camera in your house.
Almost, yeah.
You
Oh,
invited
actually,
me
I
to
have
this
I have
stream.
sad news to share with you, Casey.
Oh no.
Your art showed up, and
Yeah?
I'm guessing it was an off day for the mail delivery person. Like, it wasn't my regular
Uh-huh.
guy. The motherfuckers folded it and jammed it into my mailbox.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I
If you-
was pissed. No, I'm getting it pressed. It's not.
Okay, you could even do it at home. I think if you use parchment paper and
Yeah,
no
with
steam.
an iron.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it right now, like under like my pretty much my encyclopedias, all those art books that we have from Desperado and IDW. So I'm pressing it that way to get the main crease out, and then I'm going to use the parchment and iron. But oh man, I was livid when that showed up.
Honestly though, it kind of fits the luck that poor piece has had. You guys didn't know. No, it's true. You guys didn't know.
I didn't realize. Yeah,
something went. Yeah, something went wrong when I was sealing it, and I think it was just the basement was too humid. We'd had a big rainstorm, and it got a layer of film over the top, like will happen when your sealant is wet. Even though I didn't touch it, So I had to first use a technique that I'm aware of to use like different oils to keep the sealant without ruining what's underneath. And then I had to reapply a bunch of the paint and redo some of the glitter. But I saved it. I was so happy. Yes, here are some scissors. There you go. And now this. So clearly it's fate.
Yeah. It since it was a horror painting too, just
Yeah.
add to it.
Something's not happy with how I treated poor Miss Piggy.
That's right. Yeah, the future goes to Frank Oz as time traveled back.
Current ghost of Jim Henson is sitting in my living room staring at me with dead eyes, and I can't see him. I would almost be happy if that was the case, because then at least we'd get to spend more time with him.
Oh, I'd be excited. Yeah, I saw Jim Henson's ghost in my house. But, okay, come here. Check out these puppets. Tell me which one you like best. Yeah.
I would be like, hooray, someone else to watch the Muppets with my kids, so that I can do things that are not the Muppets on repeat, as much as I love the Muppets.
All of them
Yeah,
but
we've
the
had
babies,
furnace
right?
Movies on.
I don't know. I kind of like Muppet Babies a little. I grew up.
You-
I was at the right age. I was at the right age to actually watch Muppet Babies as a Saturday morning cartoon show.
Are you
So
Are you just trying to piss me off tonight?
Yes, Steven.
Oh man, you're just batting 1,000 right now.
You know, like my goal is if I make you cry by the end of the night, I win.
I don't cry. I'm a robot. I just get,
Mhm.
bleep, bloop, bleep. Uh-oh. Danny, we lost your video. Oh, did we lose Danny completely?
Nobody's commenting. Is all of my banter wasted?
It feels
can't
like
be,
that. Well, not, because I'm here and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. So,
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm appreciating it.
yeah.
Hooray.
Yeah,
In that case, all is well.
exactly. All right. I'm going to go refill my drink. I will be right back. And I'm going to, looks like Danny is back. All right. Yes. All right. Be right back.
Mhm.
Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
He always says that as though we need permission. I like that we've got several different takes on this.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what he was expecting, and I asked him about it, and he just said, "Don't overthink it," which isn't really my thing.
Yeah,
So
same.
yeah, so I had this one, and then I've got a Muppets piece that I did of Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, but
Mm.
it started out as a hand turkey, and then it
Hmm.
turned into you just couldn't really tell that it was a hand turkey anymore. So that's why I went with this one first. So this was the Dr. Teeth sketch, and it just turned into not a hand turkey. So yeah.
It still counts.
Yeah, if I finish this one before the end of the show, which is likely, then I'll probably mess with that one. Just because I don't have anything else prepared.
I mean, if it takes 3 hours to do a hand turkey, that might be a record. I mean, not
Yeah.
complaining.
You don't understand. You don't understand what a bunch of perfectionist tryhards we are, Stephen.
Oh, Stefan.
Oh, I'm not that.
Oh, well. Then I'm alone.
So, Bob, you weren't here when we originally started the round robin. So, what are you drawing there? I can see it's the middle finger.
Yeah, it's gonna be a turkey, zombie hand turkey.
Oh, nice. Yeah, front
Starting
two.
out with the middle finger in the front, and then the fanned feathers in the back.
Nice.
We're gonna have dueling zombies, my dude.
Oh, nice. And the other one I got prepared is who's decided that the hand kind of looks like a upside down, looks like it would work as a Utron. So we're gonna do Krang as a hand.
Nice.
Everyone get.
I was planning to let the chat decide my second one, but the chat is pretty quiet. I'm surprised.
Well, you did have the one jump in. Was it
That's true. Cyborg.
Cyborg? That's it. Yep.
Tara, you still have to tell me. Are we talking like cyberpunk cyborg? Are we talking cyborg from DC? Are we talking Jean-Claude Van Damme? Jack, I will dislike him if I want. My husband is on your side. This is terrible.
Yeah, because you know your reaction is going to cause her to say Van Damme now.
Zach says he didn't say it's a good movie. He says it's a fun movie.
Oh yeah. There you have to parse it. Like there are good movies, and then there are movies that you watch because you enjoy them.
That's true. I have my Aunt Peg actually was a movie reviewer for a newspaper for years, and Junkie Generic Kitchen Cyborg. Huh. Okay. I can work with that. Where was I going with this? Yes. So my aunt was a movie reviewer with a newspaper in Cincinnati for ages. And I used to like to read her reviews because I didn't always agree with her opinion, but I always agreed with whether or not the movie was enjoyable. you know?
Hmm.
So I could read her review and know whether it would be a fun watch, even if, she was like, "Ah, yes, this is a film," and I would walk away saying, "This is schlock." Or if she would say, "This is trash," and I would come away saying, "Oh, you don't understand the hidden depths."
I was surprised last week that no one had seen Dr. Otto and the Gloom Beam. I mentioned that one. A Jim Varney classic.
Oh,
Oh,
I know Jim
yeah, I
Varney,
know
but
what
I've
you're
never
talking
seen that
about.
one.
I have watched that. I just forgot what it was called, but yeah, I totally remember that.
It's really weird.
I just
It
forgot what
is
it was
very.
called. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually tried looking for that, and I cannot find that anywhere.
It's on the Roku app. They have it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
The Weird Al movie's on Roku too. I really want to see it, but we don't have
And
Roku at
that
our house.
is gold.
I tried to. Yeah, I tried to watch it. I made it through about half of it, and I didn't stop because I didn't like it. The kids needed me to do something, and I haven't gotten back to it. But what I
Yep.
saw was fun.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. Because it's,
So I heard
There's
it's
so
like
many
a
random people in
pseudo
it.
biopic.
Like so many just
So
It's a
random
Weird Al does
comedians.
parodies of songs. He did a parody of biopics.
yeah. I mean, it's
Okay.
it's perfect
Okay.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely and utterly inaccurate. Like it's like I don't think there's a single piece of it that is correct except for the fact that Weird Al does in fact have that hair and play the accordion. Other than that, it's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
oh my gosh, but it's so good though.
That's awesome.
The and it even makes fun of other biopics if you know, like if you've watched them, like the whole pool party thing with Queen was a straight
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
yes.
was a straight
And the
dig
scene
at the
with the
Queen.
record executives, and
Yeah.
he got permission from a bunch of other famous people to use their likenesses. So
Hmm.
there's this like story about Weird Al having a torrid, incredibly physical, like extremely explicit affair with Madonna.
Who ends up becoming the drug queen of yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
it's
my
so good.
God. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, because like when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I knew, without having to look up, I know Madonna,
Not that long.
was cool with it because she has, allowed all of her songs to be parodied whenever he wanted. And I'm sure when he came up and said, "Hey, I want to do this," yep, before he finished the sentence.
Yeah, like she was like, "Yes, I will allow myself to be parodied."
Yeah. Oh, it is great.
You gotta love people who
I have
have
to watch that.
a good sense of humor and don't take themselves too seriously.
Oh yeah, I mean it almost guarantees stardom if you do it. Because if you're willing to poke fun at yourself, I mean, hell, look at Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, you look like that, but then you're willing to make serious jokes at your expense. Yeah, how can people
Yeah, if he
not
looked like that and he couldn't take a joke, he would just be an intimidating roid rage dude.
Yeah, and he wouldn't be the box office draw that he would be some of it, but it wouldn't be all of it, like because people wouldn't want to work with him.
Yeah, he'd be like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I'd say he'd be above Val Kilmer. Yeah.
There you go. Touche.
Yeah, we were going down different trails, but we got there. We got the same place.
Did you watch that Amazon Prime Val Kilmer documentary movie or whatever you would call that? Because that was depressing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I haven't watched it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty depressing. I sat through probably half of it, and I just couldn't make it through the entire thing.
Yeah. Most things I try to watch are escapism. So I really don't want to bring myself down by like, oh, you know what I really need to do is watch 90 minutes of pain and suffering someone's going through.
Serious.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm the same way.
All right, so
Like rewatching Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec is good comfort watching. Okay, so comfort movies and shows. Go. Here, I'll start. Let's see. I can watch Lost Boys pretty much on repeat forever. It is weirdly comforting to me, and I don't know why. I suppose because all of the monsters are fake and visible and defeatable and cool without being, you know,
Sparkly.
yeah.
They're cool vampires, but they still have logic to how they're vampires,
Yeah.
which I can appreciate. I mean, there's rules where, like, now there's just not. So that's your movie. What's your TV show?
That was a movie, but let's see, for a TV
Oh,
show.
sorry. You're right. It was only one.
No,
movie,
it's okay. Well, I mean, there's so many, we all have 1,000 things.
That's true.
I'm trying to think of something I've watched on repeat a bunch of times. Hey, Zach, what do I watch on repeat? I'll tell you that I go for specific moods. Like, okay, you may not respect me quite the same way after this, but ridiculous, like super predictable anime about like kids learning friendship through bicycling, or
That's good stuff.
boys who figure out how to work through emotional problems by playing volleyball. I don't know, that kind of shit, It's digestible, it's small, none of the problems are too big or too dark. Everybody's cheerful, and you can ignore it while you work.
Kind of like ladybugs. with
Ladybugs?
Rodney
You mean like?
Dangerfield.
Yeah,
I
is that
suppose,
what
yeah.
you're talking about?
See, it was funny. Like you said, ladybugs. That's the only thing I could come up with. I'm like, is there an anime called Ladybugs?
Is that your comfort movie?
No, that I would say my comfort movie is probably the original Muppets movie. I've watched
Good
that
choice.
a million times. That, or maybe the second TMNT movie. The first one, that's probably my favorite, but the second one is more like, I guess, turn on the background, like chill out type movie, where the first one, I always want to sit and watch like every moment of it.
And you like the soundtrack
No matter
of the
how
second
many
one
times.
better.
Yeah.
Tara, I just saw your comments. Hellboy 2 is so beautiful and sad that I don't even care what the plot is. I genuinely don't even care what the plot is.
It's a
And
good
the fights are so well done.
There is no plot in that one.
I'm sorry, did somebody invite a Killjoy to our Happy Nerd event?
Oh no, I'm just saying because I like I like the first Hellboy, but Hellboy 2, it suffered from, again, a director who needs to be reined in sometimes. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it captured a lot more of the sort of
It's beautiful.
wistful.
Right, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Well, no, because the actual comic Hellboy is so wistful sometimes, and it's got such a it's got so much that's kind of dreamlike and doesn't make sense because old fairy tales are weird, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of had that vibe for me, stuff that was weird and had its own logic that you'll never understand. But I don't know. I'm here with Tara. We are team Hellboy 2 in defiance of all reason and logic.
Hey, as long as you like it better than the new Hellboy, we can get along.
I have not even seen the new Hellboy.
Yeah, it was a
You
hard
good enough.
watch.
You're the smarter person in the room then. Against
Go on.
Against all advice, I still watched it, and I regretted it. All the potential was there,
All
and I
right.
just crapped all over it. All right, Kelly, you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I suppose. Well, I don't know. In the last few years, I've probably watched Nathan For You and
Nice.
what's the other one? Where he rates things, like life experiences.
But that's not Nathan.
I-
That's John. That's John Daly, right?
No.
That one?
Right. Yeah. I'm saying Nathan For You and
Yeah, I forget
oh
what
my
that
god,
show
I
is.
can't.
I
But
know
I've
the show you're
watched
talking about.
those
Though.
like
Yeah.
I've watched those like a million times because I, just put them on while I'm drawing and like
Mm.
never get tired of them.
That's what I
I
do
feel like
with.
I've got comfort YouTube lately. Like the past few years, I've developed a bunch of comfort YouTube. Like there's a channel called Game Grumps that is the closest I've ever gotten to the experience of working in my dorm room while a couple of, intelligent but lazy stoners talked about whatever while they played video games in the next room over. It's really, it's like a time capsule of a show. So I can put on anything of theirs and just ignore them, and it feels very relaxing. It's like
Yeah, noise.
I guess this is what go ahead. Yeah, yeah, like white
It's your white
noise, but
noise.
white
Yeah.
noise that's comforting. Yeah.
When you said YouTube and comforting, I was just waiting for you to talk about Blippi, because that's the only thing on YouTube that we ever see in our household is Blippi.
Kid show?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have my sympathies, sir.
The only thing we ever see on YouTube is like those 20-hour like
Oh.
videos for dogs that I can put on whenever we're gonna be gone all day.
Yeah.
Zach is reminding me, and I don't think about watching them repeatedly because I don't think to myself, oh, I'm going to watch this again. Zach is telling me that I watch Ninja Turtle stuff all the time, even the bad ones. So, in his opinion, the bad ones,
Mhm.
he says,
Mhm.
But so I guess that counts. I don't know.
As far as a TV show, I probably always go to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia more than
Yep, that's
anything
another
else.
good one.
That or What We Do in the Shadows is kind of
Oh,
Mhm.
go-tos.
Class.
just a fantastic thing, and the fans are a lot of fun. Granted, there was a couple going around doing, I don't know, some kind of like little short form videos of themselves in full cosplay as the characters reacting to what was going on, like full accents, full costume, full fangs. It was just,
Nice.
I
Oh,
wanted to
that's
follow
awesome.
them around like a fangirl.
Paul Kemp just said he looked up the history of hand turkeys, and they originated 40,000 years ago in Neanderthal caves. Google also introduced him to dick turkeys, and now he's traumatized.
That was my
Yeah.
idea
Oh,
for
my
tonight.
goodness.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Google. Google's getting a little salty today.
Okay, now here's a question. Hand turkeys, so the Paleolithic ones where people would either leave handprints on the wall or spray paint around the hand, like there was
They had-
something going on with that, but is it a turkey if they're not trying to make it look like a bird somehow? Or is a hand turkey just a hand silhouette?
No, I think you have to put the effort in to make it into a turkey. Otherwise, it's a handprint.
Yeah, fair. I think I'm going to make the yarn pink just to make the rest of it look more gross.
We're down for that. All right, Bob, what's your comfort
like-
stuff?
Oh, geez. Comfort show. It's either Avatar: The Last Airbender or
He's still on the show.
keep going back to Still Game. This is one of my favorites.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's the only place I can find it is on Netflix. It's a BBC show about these two Scottish pensioners just fucking around in their town and having drinks and causing chaos. It's only like 9 seasons, so because it's a British show, that's like maybe 30 episodes.
I was about to
tops.
say you had nine
But-
seasons broken into, yeah.
But it's real fun. I don't know. There's something about it. Just I don't know. Very soothing. And yeah, for movies, like I can always watch the Ninja Turtles flicks or like Gleaming the Cube. That's another one.
Yeah.
It's just like it's immediately just like everything's okay because we're gonna watch Gleaming the Cube or Thrashing.
Mm.
I I'm behind those 100%.
So how about this? When the kids aren't home and I just want something on in the background, a lot of the time I will go to just the crappiest horror movies I can find. Like sometimes good ones. I'm not going to pretend that I don't have some standards, but just the worst, you know.
Like
Like
Tusk.
Tusk is almost too good for what I'm talking about here.
Yeah, it is.
Tusk is trying to do something, you know, it's trying to say something.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah. What it's
stuff
saying is, I'm
where
not a good movie.
I'd say it was
oh my
good
gosh,
at doing what it's
Killjoy
doing,
Police, my
but
dude.
Whenever we watched Tusk for the first time, as we were watching it, my wife and I, we were sitting there, and she just leans over during the fight scene with Michael Parks and uh, Justin Long, and she's like, "What the f are we watching? Like, what is this?"
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, it's a fair question.
I like watch bad horror movies almost exclusively all day while I'm working.
Like
Okay.
Santa Jaws.
Every day, just about. Yes, like Santa Jaws, as a matter of fact. I'm very keen on watching all of the really horrible like shark mashup movies,
Yes.
except for
Yes.
Sharknado, because I just
That
Yeah,
was two on the nose.
but
Yeah, a little
Sharktopus, that one was
Sharknado was trying. Sharknado was
super
trying.
rad.
It was like, oh, look at me, I'm so bad. You know, it's like I know we know you're not sincere. We can tell. It's not naive camp.
Yeah.
Like
It's when you try to be good and you end up being bad. That's
I
So
swear
that's
the
a good
only
sign.
reason that movie got as big as it did was it Patton Oswalt like live tweeting it while he was watching it when it came out, and then I
Yeah.
just saw it everywhere, like stemming from that.
Patton Oswalt can make almost anything better, and he's so enthusiastic. Okay, who here is aware of
True.
Mystery Science Theater 3000? Speaking of Patton Oswalt and
Oh,
bad
hell
movies.
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good, excellent. We can remain friends. Um, um, so when I tell you that I like bad movies a lot, I have watched movies that I only later discovered had been MST3K'd. Okay, that's how bad I get sometimes.
That's how I was with Laser Blast. I bought Laser Blast from a video store that was closing, and after watching it a few times, I finally saw that there was a Mystery Science Theater of that movie.
But that's a great movie.
My husband
The
and I have had
alien's
the
finger when it points
yes.
is perfect. The floppy finger.
Love it.
My husband and I have had the great pleasure of going to see them live.
Oh,
Well, you've
nice.
been more than once. So one of my disappointments in life is that we had tickets for one of the live shows, the Robot Circus, and at the last minute, I had to cancel and let Zach go alone because of a family. You know, there was a sudden funeral. You know, and it was not cool, and I felt super petty that I was also upset about the fact that I was missing MST3K. So we know where my priorities are.
Yeah, I'm on your side
The
on this
band
argument. So, yeah.
the band that did the theme song for Mystery Science Theater, they're called Man or Astro Man, and they're from like an hour or so from where I'm at. They're from Birmingham,
Nice.
Alabama.
Nice.
And one of the guys from the band, I think it's still open, but he opened a bar called the Saturn in Birmingham. And whenever you would play there, the acts that would play there, instead of booking you a hotel room or anything, he had a couple of Airstream trailers out behind the bar that the bands got to stay in. So that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Huh.
Definitely interesting.
Sounds cool.
Almost as cool as the time that a band I was playing with and we played a show in Mott Eagle, Tennessee, and we got to stay in what was once Al Capone's stop-off house. But we weren't in the actual house. We were in a guest house that was where the chicken coop used to be. So you can say that we stayed in Al Capone's chicken coop. Now the place has been bought and turned into like a Google anything about Mott Eagle and Al Capone, it'll come up. But the bar that we were playing at, the lady that owned the bar was a real estate agent who had been trying to get that house sold for years. And her I'm not sure if he was a boyfriend, fiance, or what, but they were living in what was the chicken coop. And that's where they put us up the night that we stayed there. And her husband, boyfriend, or whatever was his name was Hawkshaw Hawkins Jr. and his dad died in the plane crash with Patsy Cline, randomly enough. But yeah, the things that you get to see and do whenever you're in a band and you play in Middle Tennessee, it's always strange and interesting.
Yeah, sounds like it. Must have been a hell of a chicken coop.
Yeah, the guest house was very small and shouldn't have been entertaining bands there. But yeah, the next time we played the place, and we didn't plan on staying with them again because the first go around was traumatizing. But the second time, the guy came up to us when we got there and he was like, "I'd like to ask y'all to come and stay with us again, but the house sold, so we're not living there anymore. And what we're living in now, we've got a spot of land out in the woods, and we've got one of those storage sheds from Lowe's. We like to call it our barn dominium." And so that's where they were living. So yeah, I was glad we didn't choose to stay with them on that night.
Fair call.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's a plot to a horror movie somewhere.
Yeah.
Perhaps Tusk.
Yeah.
Okay, horror movies that should be bad but are in fact good.
Velocipaster.
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Revenge. I thought the movie Revenge should be terrible, but it was actually pretty good. If you haven't saw that one, it's worth checking out. The star of that
Revenge?
movie. Yeah. The only reason I watched it is because the girl that was the star of the movie is she's playing Red Sonja in the new Red Sonja movie, and I wanted to see what she had done before. And the movie was actually good, pretty gory in parts and very minimalist, I guess. There's only I think 4 people in the movie, but it's worth checking out.
Okay.
I think it's
Well, I suppose
on
she had to have been cast for some
AMC
reason.
has it.
AMC?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was also in one on Netflix that was, I think it was called A Classic Horror Movie. It wasn't very good, but
Have you guys watched Aqua Slash?
no.
What?
All right, let me tell you about Aqua Slash. It's pretty quick. It's a water park, and it's crazy summer. You know, the kids are all doing their thing, whatever. Not a whole lot happens in this. I'm gonna say not even quite an hour and a half, like maybe 86 minutes. And then all of a sudden, in the last I don't know, 20 minutes, somebody has put blades crisscrossing in the middle of one of the water slides. like inside the tube. And they just keep sending people down this tube, and the rest of the movie is just people sliding into it, trying to stop, like panic and everything, but people basically just getting cut up in these blades and coming out at the bottom into the pool in front of all these people. Everybody's screaming. I'm not kidding.
Well, cool. I got a
Happened in
Moomobile.
this. I'm saying nothing happened in this movie. And then in the last 20 minutes, they put it all right there with no real explanation. There's just people going down this slide and getting shot to pieces.
Well, it is listed.
Sounds like Class Action Park, the documentary on HBO about Action Park in New Jersey.
Oh,
You
yeah.
absolutely think about that when you see it. Like it's like they obviously had to have like done a little bit of this based on that stuff.
Yeah. I'll have to check that one out because that sounds.
If nothing else, just watch the last
ridiculous.
20 minutes. Like a couple of weeks ago, I put it off and made my wife watch the end of it. I was like, you don't need to watch the whole movie. Just watch this.
So kind of like sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
That's what I did to my couple of my friends. Like, hey, watch this movie, and about 20 minutes in, they were losing interest. I'm like, okay, let me get to like the last 5 minutes, and then you'll want to watch the rest of the movie.
The Call of Cthulhu players are beginning to arrive, so if the ambient noise picks up on my side, that's why. I told you guys about this when we were scheduling that I had already signed up, so you're just going to have to put up with me chattering even more than usual. Which is amazing because none of us thought that that was a thing. What, dear? Yeah, I'm going to be able to play. I can split my attention. It's no different than table talk, honey.
Yes, Paul
Gonna be
Kemp
like
brought up
Stefan's other show.
Pardon?
My what?
You both talked at the same time, gentlemen.
Yes, that's
Sorry,
how
I was saying
stopping.
it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like Stefan's other show. The things are getting dicey, where you're just playing along and chatting.
Exactly. Exactly. See? This isn't an irritation, it's a cross promotion.
Yes. Yes, and things are getting dicey is probably like the slowest role-playing game I've ever been in because of the amount of cluster fucking that happens every episode. All done with, purpose and intent, I'm sure, because like it seems like each week someone's like all of a sudden lost what they're supposed to be doing and just goes down a different path and derails the entire game.
It's fun though.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not complaining about it. I find it hysterical.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, because then after the show, me and Philip get together, we're just like laughing our ass off on what happened. But yes,
and that's
Paul,
really.
Oh, sorry, good.
Go ahead.
No.
I was going to say that's the best part of the gaming experience, in my opinion, is the like dissecting afterwards and the gaining of anecdotes that never really happened, but everybody loves to talk about.
And only a small group of people would understand. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Paul did mention that Velocipaster 2 did relaunch their Kickstarter, and it is funded because they came up with a much more reasonable goal to hit, and they hit it much quicker. And now with all the stretch goals are increasing, so they may end up getting close to their original ask, but they did it smart this time by making their initial goal much, much lower. And quite honestly, I was not thrilled the fact they were asking for $250,000 to do that movie, because that's too much money to spend to make that movie. The first
I don't want it to be a better movie.
Exactly. Yeah. You did the first one on $30,000. You can do the second one on $60,000, and I'm okay with that.
They need to do a Velocipaster comic and let me draw it.
Oh, yes.
And I want to do covers.
I would be all about that.
I mean, they're probably watching this, right?
Oh, I'm sure they've got to be.
Taking
They-
notes.
Yeah, the amount of cross promotion that happens at every one of these live streams about Velocipaster.
That's true.
My personal quest last year to get everybody I know to watch that movie.
It's a noble quest.
Yeah, and I am pretty sure that
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is there's going to be a. So what you're saying is there's going to be a things are getting sketchy Velocipaster event.
yes, there will be.
There should be.
Yes. Yeah. Paul came in right as you were saying that, saying Velocipaster would be a cool theme for a sketch. Yeah. Yep. That one might have to be a 2-nighter because I think the amount of people that would sign up for that would be too much. Because I can't think of anybody in the group that would be like, no, I think I'll skip that one.
Right.
So did everybody watch Andor?
Nope.
Oh,
Haven't
God.
yet.
I haven't yet.
I watched the first few episodes, and then I said I would stop and wait until they were all out and just watch them all at once. And
Yeah.
haven't gotten around to it yet.
Totally
There's a
want
reason.
to. I just haven't made it.
Yeah, there's a reason they released the first 3 episodes at once because of how fucking slow it was,
Yeah.
and the pointless. It literally is pointless because there's no callback to it, no story development played off of it, but the whole flashback stuff to him as a kid. There's zero payout. There's no reason for any of that. It is 100%,
Disappointing.
100% filler. And it shows too, because all those scenes were just, bad. But once it kicks in, it gets really good. And just the fact that the special effects is like 90% practical.
Like
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so good. And like you don't really see stormtroopers until episode 7, I think. 6, 7, somewhere in there, where they're finally started showing because they're taking over security where the contractors basically they are considered failed, so they're bringing in the actual empire.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob, you missed a conversation earlier on that. Apparently, I was a killjoy on it, but no,
You're too
I have-
late, Rob.
I have not watched the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, but some of us have here. And I don't know, did we actually get a review on it? Was it good, bad, and different? Just cash grab? What?
Yeah, it was fun. I liked
I mean-
seeing the old 97s, the band, he put them in it. And
Yeah.
oh,
that was
well,
probably the best
Yeah, I did see-
section.
I did see that picture, yeah. Okay, so using Star Wars holiday special as the bench. How does this compare?
It's better than that.
I mean, that's a pretty good show.
There's no like mom and dad Chewbacca's. So
Oh, thank
well,
goodness.
why would I want to watch it then?
Yeah.
Man, I was so scared that they were going to bring back like just the full-on cringe.
That's how I was expecting.
I've been saving it. I
You
have been
do-
saving it because like I figured I'll watch it with the kids, and then even if it's terrible, I'll enjoy it because the kids are enjoying it. But I was secretly afraid.
Yeah, like they would do it ironically, like go for it. But
Yeah. Yeah.
that was one of my concerns on that for sure.
Did we get a Boba Fett cartoon though?
Yes, we did. Or no, we didn't.
Yeah.
We
I
got
did not.
we got
Well, I mean,
him
who-
in droids. That was close as you're ever gonna
Well, no,
get,
I mean in the
probably.
holiday special.
No, like in the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, did they do a Boba Fett cartoon type thing? Like, did
Oh, I see.
Because that was the
There-
best part of the original holiday special.
Right. I got
There is
turned around.
a
I got you.
there's 2 scenes that are animated, so I guess they kind of went with that. The first and the last scenes are animated.
Yeah.
Probably so that they didn't have to bring one of the actors back.
Yeah, Rob is saying without the holiday special, there'd be no Boba Fett, and that's another strike against the holiday special, in my opinion. I don't get the fascination of Boba Fett. He is the worst bounty hunter in the galaxy.
He just looked cool. That's all. And I mean, I love Boba Fett, but it's just because he looks cool. Yeah, he's
What?
useless. He was useless as a bounty hunter. He didn't actually capture Han Solo.
No,
He flew into the side of a fucking barge.
Yeah, he's a narc that had to be told, that, like he's a narc whose go-to move is disintegration, and
Which is cool.
no, but not as a bounty
In and of
hunter,
itself.
as a mass murderer, sure, but as a bounty hunter,
Well, we've
whole
already
idea-
established he's not
Essentially
very
a
good
cop
bounty
at that
hunter.
point.
I mean, no, we're living
Yeah,
in the
he's just
future.
a
You don't need to bring back a body
no,
part.
we're
You've got, like,
we're living in the past.
oh my God,
Star
what
Wars.
have I said?
You said we're living in the future.
I-
We're living in the future. Gotcha. I thought you were referring
Yeah,
to the
I,
movies.
I've committed a crime against nerddom. I have to go and live in solitude now in shame.
That's right. Hey, bringing your Star Trek bullshit in this conversation. What's up with that?
Oh, you know what? You're right.
I'm sorry. I'm going to put that on loop. That's going to be your ringtone.
What? You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always a magical moment when the ink starts to go on.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just actually mesmerized watching you do that at the moment.
My favorite kinds of heavy inks are the like EC Comics style, like really goopy, like nasty looking inks. The stuff that it's like a rash on the page, but somehow beautiful. What have they issued to people in Ukraine?
I'm assuming that's a conversation not happening here.
Yes, I'll tell you in a minute if it's interesting.
I was like, wow, wait, we just took a heavy pivot.
They
Am I
issued
supposed to
disintegrators.
guess?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Rob said the best part of the Guardian special was the GoBot.
Oh, I saw a picture of that because nobody.
Wow, that's just sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, talk about like setting the bar very low. If you're going to say the GoBot is the best part.
Well, you know, it's just real life.
What'd you say, Kelly?
It's just real life. Because I mean, you know, I was never happy to get a GoBot.
T-
That's
I
not
am
entirely true. Actually.
Yeah. I am a very particular nerd, Tara. Sorry. She's concerned because I don't like Hellboy 2, Boba Fett, or Star Trek, that I'm running out of nerd stuff to like.
No,
And
no,
it's not that
Tara,
I
you got to
don't like-
remember, one of the grand traditions of being a nerd is hating on things.
Yeah. But it's not that I don't like Star Trek. I mean, I don't like J.J. Abrams bullshit. I was giving Casey shit for bringing Star Trek into our Star Wars. I was going full nerd. Hell yeah, I like Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon's awesome. Tremors is one of my comfort movies.
Oh yeah. Something about desert movies that are just oddly comforting.
Tara said, "Oh dang, I'm a terrible nerd." We'll learn you. Don't worry. Hang with us. We'll get you hating on things.
You could stay with me in the sunshine zone where we only like things.
Boo. You only like things? Come on. Come
I am the one who brings the people together. I
on.
show them love.
I'm so you.
Who would you feel superior for? Who would you feel superior over without me?
Oh, that list is long and far. I mean,
Okay.
you don't understand
All
the
right.
ego that goes with this. I mean, because earlier you were hating on Van Damme, so I gotta say right there. It kind of sweeps the legs from your argument. I'm assuming you never saw Jean-Claude Van Johnson, Casey?
Jean-Claude Van Johnson. No, I did not.
If you get a chance to watch it, it is very funny because it's very meta. Where
Okay.
yeah, so he's playing Van Damme, who is actually Van Johnson, is his secret agent name. So all of the movie stuff was just a front.
Was this an Amazon thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I did watch that.
And, I mean, it's not high art by any means. It's just goofy as fuck and funny, 80% of the time. Because again, it's one of those where you finally got somebody who's kind of a prick his whole life, who's realized that, he had a Shatner moment. He realized he could make fun of himself and become popular.
Mm.
And so he leans hard into it.
One of my favorite movie concept ideas came from a social media post. And it was because there had been a number of celebrities that have been outed as secret nerds, like Vin Diesel playing Dungeons and Dragons and all of that.
Mhm.
And it was a movie set at a convention. And there were celebrities who had to go in and solve a mystery, like the guests of the event, and they were only able to do so. They had been asked to do so because they would be able to understand the nerd references. And then the villains were going to be, oh gosh, who played Frodo Baggins, the actor?
Elijah Woods.
It was going to be Elijah Woods playing Daniel Radcliffe as the villain, with his sidekick Daniel Radcliffe playing Elijah Wood.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah. And you know what? The two of them would do it because they've got so much money now that they just do whatever they want. So
Yeah.
the goofier the project is, the more they go for it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
why
like
not?
Swiss Army Man? That was genius.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, we talked about it last week, I think, but Miracle Workers. Have you guys watched those shows?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, you never watched them?
No.
Oh, so it's a comedy.
No.
Each season is the same cast, but they're just in a different genre. And like the first one, Steve Buscemi's God. Daniel Radcliffe is the angel that's been ordered to destroy Earth, and he's trying to, because God wants to do Earth 2.0, and him and the other are trying to get God not to. And then they go into the second season. Wasn't as strong because I think it was originally meant to be like a mini series, but it was such a huge hit that everyone decided to keep it going. So the second season's a medieval one, and it's not as good, but it holds enough. But the third season, when they do the Oregon Trail, oh my god, I could not. I mean, I had to pause that show so many times. I was laughing so hard. Just it's like if anybody's ever played the game, you could tell that the writers were obsessed with this game because every
Right.
death that could have possibly happened in the game happens to to all the anybody that's a character introduced at the beginning of a new episode is like, oh, we won't see them long. Yeah.
All right. So I'm about to answer a question for Paul.
Oh
The
yeah,
majority
you
of
saw
my
it. Good.
paints are M Graham. I like their pigmentation and I like how they don't get fully set up since they use so much honey. Some of my colors, like this one and this one are QOR. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Core, I guess. They do really, really, really bright paints. I've got a couple of Daniel Smith's, but I don't buy a lot of his stuff because I feel like it's overhyped and super expensive. But that's me.
Is that all watercolor or is that
This palette is all watercolor.
okay?
I got a couple of convenience colors mixed up. Like I always mix myself I mix my own grays instead of buying a gray, because why would you buy gray? You could make gray.
Right.
Fair.
It's,
Yeah.
it's easy to make mud, you know?
Yeah. Kelly, what about you?
What about me? What?
Well, Paul is asking if the painters would mind mentioning what brands of watercolors they're using.
Well, I'm using I don't
He's going for that
remember.
product placement.
Winsor Newton right now. The little half pan things are
Mhm.
easy to just pop out. Cheap, I guess, cheaper than buying tubes all the time. I never
can
thought that this would be the main thing I used for everything, but it's totally turned into that now.
I'm there with you. I love watercolors. I thought that I would just use them for a little bit, because they can be finicky, but then I fell in love with how much of a pain in the ass they are. Like it feels challenging to do,
The
I
finicky
don't
is
know
what
what that
made me
says about
stay.
me. Yeah, it's a feature, not a bug. Imagine what I'm like playing video games.
Oh, Paul thanked you about it. He'd like to take a set on hikes. So he was
Mm.
curious on what you're doing.
So Paul, if you're going to take a set on hikes, I'll tell you what I recommend, because I got a couple of travel sets that I bring to conventions and that I bring out sometimes for plein air. You don't need the full set. You want to make sure that your colors are going to mix well together. So you want to stay either on the cool side or on the warm side, not both. You can get away with just a blue, a red, and a yellow, and like one black for convenience color just for sketching, and then just mix everything else from that. And as long as you've got 3 that are going to marry well together, you can make anything you need to out of that just for travel. Other than that, there's a lot of places. One of the reasons I like M Graham is that they create little sets that are colors that they know work well together. And some of them are for specific kinds of landscapes. So that might be worth looking into if you have a little bit to throw around. And they have not yet offered to give me any money for promoting their stuff. So I'm a fool for going on and on about them, I suppose.
We'll fix that. I'm gonna send him that clip after we're done here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna get Bob Rossian money on this.
Aw.
Of course, he was he was public access, so there wasn't a lot of money, so that's all right.
Yep. Paul, also, you can get like a $8 Pentel water brush, and if you bring that and a towel, it'll stretch the water you've got in your travel tin a lot further.
Okay, I want to show my ignorance on that. What do you mean by water brush?
It's basically, so instead of a handle, it has like a firm plastic squeezy bubble, and you screw off the brush tip, fill it up with water, screw the brush tip on, and you've got an extra reservoir. It's
cool.
not great for large work, and it's not great for anything where you really need the color to stay consistent, but it's great for when you need to keep your water fresh, or if you know that you're going to be doing pretty much continuous gradients.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, Rob said happy little turkeys. Yes.
Happy little turkeys. Mine's not so happy. My turkey is.
Yeah,
my turkey feels nothing anymore.
Yeah, Danny's bringing the lightheartedness to it this time now. He's
Yeah.
got the electric mayhem going on the turkey here.
Thank goodness somebody's being nice.
He's trying to taint the show by bringing in all this positive energy.
Wow.
I'll pretend that was planned and not just that I can pretty much only draw Muppets.
Hey, if that's the only thing you can draw, that's a pretty good